Lee Westwood made the eagle 2 at the 5th. And Richie Ramsey getting a fairway medal on this one at the 13th.
Ramsey in danger of dropping his first shot of the day. Right, Cabrera Bello. This is his 3rd shot on the 6th hole. He's got a lot of green to work with, so it might not be quite as difficult as it looks if he can just... Oh, it's gone a bit left. Come on, round you come. Oh, it's nicely played, very nicely played. Use the contours, use the wind.
Zach Johnson 4 under for the day. Hottest man on the course. 15. Par 5, 3rd shot, so up and in for a birdie. Oh, right at it too. That's a tricky putt. Little slope to come round there. He thought that was better. Winner at St Andrews loves the wind. See how far left McIlroy's aiming. Trying to cut it back in. Wonderful strike again. Oh, he loves it, I think. Oh, come on. Oh, that must have looked majestic from where he was. Just 25, 30 feet short. A great shot, though. This is we look at JP there. Ooh, I thought that was good.
All the scores have just blown off the mobile scoreboard, so they're racing around picking them up. I don't think the wind's got any stronger. 183 for Johnson. He's just backing off while they gather all the litter together. Even for Johnson, this has got to be possibly as much as a 5-iron of some description. Got to be 25 yards of wind, plus 183. Lovely shot of McIlroy's, punchy, as you said, Sam. It really was majestic. Just gusting a little stronger suddenly. I'm guessing he's thinking of one more right now. Probably change his mind. Wind will drop again.
Our monitor says 24-mile gusts at the moment, Mark. Very tricky.
There's not many like that, to be honest, but yeah, there's a few. It just suddenly gets up and it's not really dropping, so he's being forced to change clubs. There's some bushes way behind him and they're blowing all over the shop. He'll probably just sort of ease through this one and try and hit it on a slightly flatter trajectory. Something a lot of these guys are very good at.
He hates it. Oh my goodness me, it's hit that guy on the head. Why don't they shout 4? That hit the chap right on the head there. Let's hope he's all right. He's in the gorse bush. Kind of deserved it.
Great drive from Schwartzel, just 161. I think he's more likely to just blast it up in the air and say, well, I'll just play for the wind and let the modern ball, which goes through the wind a lot better than in days of yore, go through it.
Very safe option there for Schwartzel, but on the green. Long birdie putt, but a lot better than where Dustin Johnson is. If he finds it, he's going to have to go back towards the 10th tee and get a line of sight. I doubt he'll get 2 club lengths to get to anywhere.
Let's go up to the 13th, and the 3rd shot for Richie Ramsey. It's all been relatively stress-free for Richie so far, but a little test here.
Lovely touch from Ramsey, great distance control. I'm hearing Kuchar's in the trap.
Huge galleries, they're not worried about the wind, are they? In fact, it makes it more fun for them. A little bit more dangerous maybe, but more fun.
Oh, absolutely. It's great when it's wild at the open, Laura, isn't it?
Huddled together like the old penguins in the Antarctic there. Or is it the Arctic? I'm not much of a geologist. Kuchar. Got plenty of green to work with here, but it's like a bit of a heavy lie. Oh, he's played that nicely. The bunkers at links golf courses, the sand is so beautiful, and then most players would prefer to be in, although they're tricky bunkers, they prefer to have this kind of sand, real control out of it. It always scares me to see how close the club head actually gets to the ball. That one's taken off a bit quicker, but yesterday it looked like he was going to double hit it on one of the shots we saw. All happens so quickly normally, doesn't it?
Sergio for another eagle. Eagle to 5th. Maybe it's the number 5s. This for eagle. 2 great shots. Oh, mala suerte. Just a little firm. Good putt. But again, 2 great shots from Garcia there. Par 5, 15. Just the birdie.
Well, he's 2 over at the moment, which is currently the cut line, but that's going to move. It's moving all the time, actually. I'm sure it'll go out to 3 over, certainly if the weather stays like it is. Maybe higher than that.
Well, Justin Johnson's ball, I should say, clobbered a guy right on the side of the face. He's all right, but it's already going red. What it'll look like in about 4 hours' time, I don't know. He took it pretty well. Johnson giving him a ball. Told him directions to the nearest A&E. And his ball is not too bad. It's lying okay, he just got a backswing, so no reason he shouldn't get this within 8-10 feet. And that was a pretty poor old effort.
Bubba. This won't be far away. Fantastic short game. Great touch, feel. Well, very nice, Bubba. Thank you for that. No commentator curse there.
I think he got everyone by surprise there. I don't think anyone was expecting that to actually go in the hole, but it did. Well done, Bubba. 2 under through the first 6. And at 4 under, he's only 1 off the lead now.
Well, since the 6th, this course has really played difficult. And I'm imagining from 11 onwards, it's not going to be all that easy.
12's the hardest hole by about 5 shots, Jess. And
yeah.
The scoring is ridiculous on it. Oh, triples, doubles.
It's amazing, isn't it? Where's the pin today?
Right in the front half. Huh? Just sitting there looking at you.
Yeah, it's not that long either. I saw the tee was up reasonably. So it's really going to spread the field out, this course. I don't think there would have been a problem with the 10-shot rule. And Charles Schwartzel has called over referee Mark Russell. I think he's probably worried about the ball oscillating. Oh, well, it's oddly enough, it's rolling into the wind. So another electric bray at the back of this green. I think it's one of those instances where he's just not quite putting it back millimetre perfect, and the ball wants to try and topple one way or another.
Exactly anyway, what it was, Jess.
Pardon?
That's exactly what it was. The referee let him put it back.
Yeah.
A millimetre away.
Well, in situations like that, I just plonk it down. If you're on your ball 60 feet away, you can be 1/4 of an inch out. I don't think it's going to be a problem. So this should go left to right, gently all the way down. It might just hit the wind near the end, which might give it a bit more break.
Excellent putt from Schwartzel.
Ramsey to keep this run alive. Not a run that I suppose he really wants. He wants to make some birdies, but this is an important putt for him. Oh, he's just wafted a little bit. Yeah, that's a shame. Rory now, good chance.
Yeah, near enough straight up the hill. I mean, it could do either. There's sort of a few little slopes. Also, the wind is gusting a little right now. That's the main difference, I think, in the past 20 minutes, half an hour. It's just starting to gust instead of just being a friendly, constant 17 miles an hour. But a real chance for Rory. He looks so comfortable today, it's ridiculous.
Gave it a chance, that's for sure. Some of those putts were coming up short yesterday, not today. Here's Bull, his second shot to the fifth. Hit a good tee shot to the corner, to the elbow. A few of the wedges have been coming up a little bit short the last few groups. See if he can get one back there. Come on, spin, yes, very nice. Yep, lovely shot, playing very well.
See the tries and tribulations of Dustin Johnson here on the 9th. This is probably 20 feet from off the green for his par.
An incredible break off that bloke's face, didn't he? I mean, he was in the bush for all money.
Straight back into the wind, but a bit slower than normal.
Johnson's starting to get a little bit close to that cut line at the moment. Probably going to go 3 for sure, but possibly get out to 4 and even 5 if the wind really gets up. Currently stands at, well, it's just got ticked over to +3 as we speak. Andrew Johnson and a group of others at +3, tied for 70th now. I can definitely see it getting more.
So bogey for Johnson. He's had 2 over 36. 2 bogeys, no birdies. Schwartzel on McIlroy's line, so he'll haul out, save him moving his marker. A good par there for Charles. That unplayable lie at 5, but just a couple over. Double bogey 5 and bogeyed 6. Great 9 from Rory, 31, 3 under. All 4s and 3s, very nice.
Kuchar reaches the 14th. Tough little pin this with that right to left wind. And the pin cut on the right. Oh, he looks like he's trying to fade one up against the wind here.
Come on, baby.
Oh, he's liking it.
Pretty good. Super shot.
Lovely shot. Really well controlled. His last 2 iron shots into the 2 par 3s have been fantastic.
Well, from come on baby to come on Baba. Back into the wind, which is in his favour here. Oh dear. funny one there.
Got a quiz question for you, Sam. Has a yellow ball ever won a major championship? I think I know the answer.
I've not. I definitely don't know the answer.
I'd say, well, a men's major, I should say. I'm not sure on the women's tour, but I can't think anyone's ever won one with a yellow ball in the men's game.
He's the only one I've ever seen play a yellow ball. As we go to the 14th, and Ramsey playing with Kuchar. Ramsey just had his first bogey of the day.
Good chance to get it back.
45-degree angle. Are you saying this is home plate? Yeah, if I'm throwing that way, yeah. So his foot, you know, would you have to.
Well, Bubba Watson just one off the lead. Kent Bull going along nicely. McIlroy now on the first page of that leaderboard as well. Great finish from the Englishman Richard Bland yesterday. Birdie, 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 16, 17 and 18. Kevin Na made a hole-in-one in practice at the 14th hole on Wednesday. And here's McIlroy.
Straight down, a very strong wind right now. 280 to a bunker in the middle of his line. And he's got to be short of that one. That could be as little as a 5-iron if he's keeping it short. And it's heading straight towards it. Oh, it's going to go in it.
Did look like a 5-iron as well, so that's a huge hit, even downwind. So
Yeah, the wind has just ramped up a notch. I would think you'll be getting readings up consistently above 20 now. No problem, might even get gusting to 30.
You can't believe that, Jesse. The wee twirl of the club after he hit it. Perfect.
Yeah, he nailed it, didn't he? It's just they should have seen that happening. It's not a long hole. There's absolutely no point in taking anything that gets anywhere near that bunker. You can leave it where the shorter bunkers are. He could have hit an 8-iron and had a 7-iron in. It's just a risk not worth taking. The trouble is that's the sort of thing that makes him so good, going at pins and attacking a course. Schwartzel, he'll have probably clubbed down a bit, having seen that one. Yeah, he's come up way short. That was the club.
do you think, Mark, they're protected by the big grandstand that surrounds the 18th green? But surely the caddies should see that it's gusting up front. But it looks pretty settled. You can see that stand there.
Now we saw Bubba's poor chip from the right-hand side, left as we look. This for his par on 7. Just put it that naughty distance past and then tester. Wow, he says.
Birdie putt for Kent Bull at the 5th. Oh dear. No, disappointing putt, but a good start to the day. 1 under through the first 5 in these conditions. Not too shabby at all.
Ramsey, birdie chance here. Just had his first bogey of the day. Trying to get it straight back. Uphill, a little right to left. Did he hit it? Did he? Just, no, didn't move. Fooled us both.
Kuchar just to finish off. Par. Spurs birdie to take the outright lead. Excellent tee shot. Great effort from Kuchar there. You would have thought, just fallen to the right. It didn't. Just the par. Stays at 5 under, top of the board.
Par 5 15th. Next up for Kuchar. 17 also a par 5, remember.
Garcia, big drive down 16, just catching the left rough though. To dig it out. Line right. Oh, he has, he has. Oh, that's majestic. Wonderful shot from Garcia.
See the 10th green here. Look at the undulations on that. Not many flat putts. Pin up the front left today. Or front right, sorry. Schwartzel, perfect position. Twisting it out to the left, hoping it comes back. Oh, no, a nice bit of bite. Otherwise, that was on its way off one of the ridges down off the edge of the green. So, not a good chance, but a chance.
$130 for McIlroy. Johnson's 129, but they seem to be looking at each other again. It's been a feature of this first 10 holes. Generally, you'd let the guy out of the sand play because his caddy's got to do a bit of gardening afterwards.
Is McIlroy near enough the front of the bunker to reach the green, Jess?
Well, he's far enough back for him to reach the green on a good lie. Johnson's going to give it a whack, just a wedge. If you can hit it left to right, and it's a left to right downwind, the ball will feed towards the pin. But he's hit that right. That's a diabolical shot. That was awful. Anyway, yeah, I'd splash this out 20 yards, 30 yards away. The shot McIlroy's got, the lie is not that good. But he is such a capable player. And there's a horrible lip on this bunker. I could just imagine the ball going under it and never reappearing. So I think there's an element of danger to this. But he's such a good player. He might pull this off.
I think he did what you said there, Mark. Just took out the big number, give himself a chance to get up and down for a par. No damage done, hopefully. Keep this great round going.
See strike on the ball here. Shouldn't be any sand before he hits it. Just a little bit. Comfortably clearing the lip that Jesse was so frightened of. I know what he means though. The first bit of trouble for McIlroy today has been absolutely perfect for 9 holes.
Par 5 15th. Kuchar. You can see there's a string of bunkers out there, isn't it? All we can see is the middle of the fairway.
The big easy. He missed a tap in on the first. Let's hope this one's straight in for Ernie. +1. Well done, Ernie. Lovely. 73 for Ernie. 68 yesterday. +1. In good shape going into tomorrow. Amos Roth Fisher finished +2. And Bernd Weisberger finished +4.
35 to the front for Rory. Pin on another 10. There's a slope at the front which looks perfect to me. Pitch it around the very front of the green, it'll pop up over the ridge, grab and trickle down. But you need good control of the flight on this sort of shot. But he has a lovely touch, McIlroy. Wind down, so possibly the danger is hitting it a little strong. Wind just carrying it a little flat.
Yeah, good call, Jess. Just hung on there. Not too bad, about 10 feet.
Not brilliant for Johnson. It's on a down slope. But he can really twist the club under at impact and open the blade. So, ooh, he's sort of gone sideways. I guess he just couldn't stop it. Actually turned out good.
Taking his medicine a little bit there, Dustin, after that very uncharacteristic second shot. He's got a definite chance to make his par and move on. Bubba Watson, second shot here at the 8th. He's drawn a very good lie by the looks of it.
Oh gosh, look at that thing again, man.
Oh, it's great
Are
watching
you
this
kidding
guy
me
play,
right
isn't
now?
it?
You see it?
He's on the bank on the left side there, so that'll be have his work cut out to make a par here.
You like this, right? Yeah.
Loves a chat.
Back to the 10th, and Schwartzel.
Left to right down the hill for Schwartzel. No risk second shot. Just aim for the middle of the green. It's a little tighter than it looked, the pin from the fairway. Really tucked behind that bunker.
Well, Mark, he completely misjudged something there. Was it a gust of wind, or what happened to him?
I've no idea. I mean, there's nothing about it that was particularly odd. It was
Sergio's birdie chance. 16, this would be a couple of shots on the... Oh, he's missed it. Bit of a misread. But this is a tough hole today, and that back pin makes it even harder. Nonetheless, a good par.
Where Arnold Palmer famously hit 6-iron out of the rough, where everyone thought he just had to wedge it back onto the fairway. Won the 1961 Open Championship here at Birkdale, his first Open win, then followed it up at Troon the following year. Completely changed the American perspective of playing in the Open Championship.
Well, that was pretty good play from Johnson. He reads situations very well. Mind you, should when you're world number 1, I suppose. But he really needs to keep this round no worse than he is at the moment. This is tricky downhill.
A wee punch from Dustin there. He enjoyed that one.
He certainly did enjoy it, yeah. He's certainly not thinking of going home or even just making the cut. And Rory's not a hugely dissimilar line, so he may well have learned a little something from Johnson's putt.
It seemed to go in with a good bit of speed, Jess. Quite a fast putt, probably.
Yeah, absolutely. I think to hold putts in a little bit of wind, you can't have the ball dying at the hole, can you? The wind's just going to exacerbate any small error you make on line or length. Rory certainly stroking the ball well, very solidly. Another little punch from Rory.
He's really enjoyed that, yes. Oh. Poor old Schwartz only seen this film before. 2 great shots on the green, the other 2 boys scrambled it from the ball washers for pars.
He's probably got the toughest putt as well. This could probably move a little bit. Their putts look pretty straight. Spot on, Sam. How often does that happen?
And you know it as you're putting your ball back down on the green as well. Normally saying seen this such and such film before.
Second to 15, the par 5 for Matt Kuchar. G. Ramsey's laid up already.
Wonderful shot from Kuchar. He'll have that to go to 7 under.
Oh, well, Bubba's come off here smelling of roses. This could have been anything. You can see where the spectators have trampled this down. Still a hard shot. Yeah, he's still got to land it just short, just over the bunker and hope it releases. That's not too bad. But what that could have been, I'd say he's got a really good chance of his par now.
Well, it's tough going out there at the moment, and the breeze, the strong gusting winds are expected to continue for at least the next 3 or 4 hours or so. We may get some rain in the mix as well, just to further complicate things. It is Kuchar, Spieth and Koepka still leading the way. Rory McIlroy on board the 11th tee.
That's a really poor one there from Rory. It's just come out of the very thick stuff, and at the heel of the club maybe get caught up in it. So it's a tricky one for Rory, but not a good one. First poor shot today.
Very difficult to follow the ball in this sky on the course. We could do with a mobile shot tracker or something. I didn't see that at all. Johnson, just an iron. Bunker left at 275-ish. One on the right's just over 300, so it's a question of missing the left-hand one in this left to right crosswind and popping it in that portion of fairway to the right of it.
I think Dustin's followed Rory a little bit right. It's just going to cling on to the... Oh no, it's skipping on. First cut though, not too bad. Rory's just settled down in the thicker stuff, Mark, so he's got his work cut out.
As you were saying in the box, we've seen the film, read the book, What Happened to Schwartzel? And it's the situation you always dread. And he needs to get this round going because he's just dropping a shot every few holes, and before you know it he'll have shot 77. So he needs to knuckle down big time.
Seen much of John Rahm. A lot of people's expectations this week. Had a poor start. Bogey, bogey, bogey. He's had 1 birdie. He's out in 102 over 36. +1 for the championship. As we go to Ramsey. Third shot in at 15. Poor tee shot and long third shot. The 7 iron is sitting there. That's a fine shot.
Remember, Kuchar on board there, so he's got an eagle putt up coming. Bubba for par, meanwhile, at the 8th.
And that's 2 on the trot for Watson. Dropping him back to 2 under. Still right in there, but dodgy little patch for him.
Phil Mickelson drop shots at 7 and 8 as well.
Ricky Fowler surveying his shot.
50 front, 54.
This is around. 2 birdies and a bogey on the front, nice little turn, and then he's had 2 bogeys on this back 9, so needs to have a good run in. This is a tough hole, 16. 17 not so much, it's into the wind today, so hard to make an eagle down 17. I don't think many will be reaching, but certainly a birdie in the equation, but doesn't need to drop any more shots.
Yeah.
Cut still hanging at 3, but with the wind as it is, you've got to assume it'll get to 4, or a lot of the players, they'll know what's going on there. I know they don't want to just come here and make the cut, but it's a very important part of the week. Be playing on the weekend. There's that wind direction, left to right, gusting at 25, now down to 10. Makes it very difficult. The gallery liked it, but I think Ricky knew straight away it had a little bit of a flyer there, and that's a tough up and down now.
Over at the 11th, looking back down this hole.
9 irons, okay, well, but they were straight down, no more down. We're all pitching like 183, 185. Like if this flies, like it's
Rory
really
and
hard.
JP Fitzgerald in discussion.
See the 8 iron, or I was thinking of hitting, like chipping like a little 6 and running it in. But I think this is.
I think this is your play.
Yeah.
199 for Rory. It's not a terrible lie, you can gouge it out in the distance, but you wouldn't want to get a giant flyer. Wind left to right, hurting a little bit. It's just the sort of shot you want to be careful with. And if you miss it, put it somewhere you can get up and down.
No fly.
I think he thought he was going to get a flyer there, Mark. Certainly played a lot less club than he really needed, but I think he just said to his caddy, no flyer, so...
There's the pink shaft. Here's Bubba. Birdies at 7 and 8. He's lost another one. Oh, trouble over there. Tony Johnston's joined us. Brutal out there today, Tony.
Oh, isn't it just, Dom? This is, I mean, it's a bit sadistic, I suppose, but this is what we really like to see on a links course, drawing its teeth.
You're a mean man, Tony Johnson. You really are.
I mean, you're still out there playing. You've got to admit, it was the ultimate challenge, wasn't it?
Oh, it
Windy
is.
conditions on a fabulous links course.
Yeah, it's not fun while it's happening, but after the round, you sit back and think, wow, that was fun. You enjoy it, but it, like you said, it's a bit sadistic.
Yeah, it's not fun when your A game's not with you. When your A game's with you, it's a delight. But when you've got your B game, it can be torture, can't it?
I agree totally. Schwartzel. Second shot from the light rough. So Rory come up short. He's got a much better lie. Imagine he'll fly this all the way. Oh, he's just let another one go. That's the wind rather than his swing, I think, though, because it's really howling left to right.
Well, maybe just planting some seeds of doubt in Dustin Johnson's mind as well.
Yes, I'm sure it is. It's pretty windy, and I'm sure Tony Johnson will be happier later because it's supposed to be chucking it down with rain.
What possible pleasure could he derive from that with you out there, Mark?
Only we know that, Dom. 177 for Johnson.
Just play it low.
The wind suddenly got up when Schwartzel hit. A lot stronger across. It wasn't too bad when McIlroy swiped his away. Right now, Johnson needs to just keep this under the breeze if he can. When I say breeze, Hooley.
We just saw a gust of 36 miles. I think that's the biggest of the day, so it's definitely picking up.
Whew, yeah, that's a fair gust, and that's a great shot.
It's amazing when you look at that impact point. The right hand is so loosely on the shaft. I mean, he gives it a massive release, but the right hand is almost just lightly resting on the grip. Matt Kuchar for an eagle at 15. Online, but not gonna get there, and it's definitely got to the point where the wind is having an effect on putts.
Well, Laura talked about this one. Ricky Fowler over the back of the 16. Not easy.
Well, he made it look easy, didn't he? I must admit, I wouldn't have fancied that one myself. When the grass is run through the back of the green, you're normally hitting into the grass, and it makes the distance control so much harder. Ramsey for birdie. He'll be disappointed with the par down here. This one's slightly downwind, well, definitely downwind today, and yeah, par fives where you're not, especially when this is the first one of the day and you've played 14 holes without one. There's nothing a pro golfer likes more than a par five.
Rory McIlroy at the 11th. Short of the green in 2, remember.
Relatively simple chip. There's a sharp slope at the front and the bunker, of course. But he'll take that out of play and pitch it on the first 4 or 5 yards of green. Just let it bounce up, a little bit of grab and trickle out to the pin from left to right. Just a little firm. Should have pitched it 3 or 4 yards shorter.
Back to Kuchar. Can he brush this in for his birdie? No doubt whatsoever. 6 under.
And leads by 1.
The grass not as good right of this green. It's sort of short and a little grainy, so Schwartzel putting up a sharp slope, then up again to the ridge and down the other side.
Wonderful judgment. And that's the joy of links golf. I mean, he's a fantastic chipper, and on a lot of golf courses he would elect to chip that, but these fringes are cut almost the same length as the tees, so, and the same firmness, so it's always a good option.
This is Bull now. This is his par putt on 6. Never a bad score on this hole. Keep the pace up. Yes, very nice. Going along nicely. Qualified by winning the Argentinian Open. Many different ways, as we've said, to get into this championship, but that's one of the more bizarre ones. He's taking full advantage.
He's been a bit unlucky today, Johnson. He's hit a few good. Basically, all at sea. He's having a look at his notebook, seeing what he's written down. This should move right to left. Wind may add a little bit in that direction. Most of it coming in the last 8 feet. And if anything, it flattens out at the hole, so he can get the pace fairly easily on this putt. I don't think there's any great touch required. It's a realistic chance of a 3 at a pretty difficult hole.
Well, he gave it a lot of consideration, but misread it.
Did that move the other way?
It went a little left to right, yes, but he started it well outside the hole.
Yeah. Well, Rory should have learned from that. There'll be less of the left to right because he's nearer the hole. So really, this should be a couple of inches outside right. His stroke looks really good. Tony, you're hot on putting. Have you noticed a difference in his stroke?
You know, I thought in Ireland, when he missed the cut, I thought his stroke looked pretty good. I think it's looked quite good the last couple of weeks, but I've become convinced that his reading of greens has been shocking. I don't know what he's done to sort that out, but, you know, it's a gift you have or you don't, but he's found the way. Come on, another one here would be so nice. Rory, beauty. What a performance this is today. You know, he got a speech from JP yesterday. You know, you're Rory McIlroy, what are you doing? Well done, JP. But he held that putt for par at 9 and gave a little fist pump, and it was almost like that galvanized him into action. And this is the McIlroy we're used to seeing, with a bit of fire in his belly. Oh dear. Bubba, mountain goat territory, one leg longer than the other.
He was very aggressive. I saw the other guys, they were hitting irons off here, and he would have been plenty long enough for it to hit an iron, and obviously his second shot's ballooned out to the left as well, so it's a real battle at the moment. Bogeyed the last 2 holes, odds on to bogey another one. Anyway, here's a man that's not struggling, Matt Kuchar, outright leader, 16th hole. Needs another good drive. He loves it, the playing partners love it. Cruising along. It's no longer a difficult hole when you hit a drive like that, is it?
You've broken the back of it right there. Fabulous tee shot. Probably wants to get a major under his belt before he falls into the category of best player never to win a major.
There he is, atop the leaderboard on his own. Spieth and Koepka yet to go out. They've got a long day ahead of them. Saw Rory there tied for 8th now.
It is tough out there, folks. Boys are struggling, and
Got a little smile on your face, Tony.
well,
I
not
think,
really. You know, Laura, I think there's a cut-off point, isn't there? You know, when it's like a 2-club win, you have control of the ball. You can hold it into the wind and you've got an idea how much it's going to run. But when it gets to 30, 40 miles an hour and it becomes pot luck and you feel like you've lost control, then it is no fun whatsoever.
No, a bit of a lottery then. No, you're quite right. No, this is great. This is great to see the best players on one of the best courses in the world. And it's a great battle. People like Kuchar, they're winning the battle. We just saw Paul Casey there. He's gone through at 5 over for the day now, back to 1 over. He's losing the battle, but I'm sure he's fighting his heart out just to get in and keep under that cut line, which at the moment he's comfortable with. Later tee times there. Justin Rose +1. He's going to have a big day. Danny Willett, obviously a much, much better day yesterday from what his recent form.
Yeah, I see he's still fighting back issues, back pain. He's had it through much of his career, Danny, and it has put the handbrake on his forward progress.
Twelfth tee. This the formidable little par 3. We've had 7s, few 6s, lots of 4s. It's a tough hole, and you stand on the tee and you think, right, birdie chance, but we'll see what Rory's going to do now. He's certainly playing the best on the course, apart from Zach Johnson, who's doing very well. Needs to control the ball flight. Just left of the pin.
We've had a couple of sixes. We've had a 7 here on this par 3. Oh, don't handbrake. Claws, get the claws out. Okay, but well, he's a superb bunker player. He's just got to pop that out onto the downslope as long as he gets a lie.
Yeah, that's one of the deepest bunkers, isn't it? So it'd be difficult. Here's Kuchar. In the perfect position. Always looks like he's pulled everything left, but he keeps the club on line somehow. Well, that one has gone a bit left, and that is going to go in the bunker, but with his short game, I hate to say an easy bunker shot, but one of the easier bunker shots there with that back pin today.
DJ, 12th tee, having watched Rory, will be eager not to make the same mistake. Oh, is it a mistake? You know, nobody's trying to make those mistakes, but it is so difficult. Look at that, he's just chipped that into the breeze, trying to keep the spin off it and negate the wind, and it is just a marvellous golf shot. Record that one quickly at home, folks, and when you start going to the range to work on iron play in the wind, copy that. That was textbook.
What do you reckon, 1 or 2 clubs more than normal?
I think 2.
2 clubs, yeah.
I think, I don't know what you did, Laura. I sort of, you know, if it was a 2-club wind, I would go, instead of an 8, I'd go to a 6. And then I think, well, I don't want to hit it hard and maybe go with a 5 or a 4. And I'm sure you did the same.
Yeah.
Just keep the spin off it. It's the answer, isn't it?